Hi, my name is Bobby Forster. I'm 26 years old and I have ALS. This is the second of my video updates. I'm going to be doing them every 2 weeks from here on out, on every second Friday. So I encourage you to please check back in and see what I'm doing and how I'm doing. As you may or may not know, this month is ALS Awareness Month. Most of you probably didn't know that, and that's a problem. As a whole population, myself and everybody else with ALS are kind of underrepresented. A lot of people don't know very much about the disease, its progression, and I want to help change that. So if you can, at the end of this video, please share it. Share it on your own wall, share it on a few friends' walls. That's what this month is all about, is raising awareness about this disease and, working together to come up with a cure, to come up with solutions to save my life and save a lot of good friends of mine. As you can see, I'm wearing a new Red Sox jersey. It is of my favorite player, Pete Frates. I got it last night at Pints for Pete, which was an international event throughout our country and through others to raise money and awareness for Pete Frates. Pete was diagnosed with ALS a couple years ago. And you may know him as the co-founder to the Ice Bucket Challenge. He's a hell of a guy. He's really kept his head up throughout this whole disease process, and he's a huge inspiration to me and a lot of other people with ALS. So, a lot of people have been asking me how I'm doing. Overall, I'm doing pretty well. Right now, the areas most affected for me are my arms and hands. As you can see, right hand, that's about as much close as I can do. Right hand, I still can open and close pretty well, but my arms and hands overall are pretty weak at this point. Also has started to affect my abs, so things like literally sitting up in bed in the morning is difficult. It's something I still can do, but I'm definitely straining more. My legs have the fasciculations, but so far they're very strong. Luckily, I did a lot of biking before I had the disease, so my legs are very strong, and I hope that continues for quite some time. My vocals are good, as you can hear. My breathing is good. My eating is good. Swallowing, no problems at this point. And I hope to be that way for a long time. A couple weeks ago, when I did the last video update, I was actually feeling worse than I do right now. I've been watching what I'm eating, trying to limit the amount of sugar, trying to limit alcohol as much as possible, and that in combination with some good weather has me feeling pretty good. So, what am I doing? A lot. I've been really busy over the last few weeks. I believe I touched on it the last video update. I'm working on developing a robotic arm that can be 3D printed primarily, that people will be able to control even if they're completely paralyzed, completely locked in. They'd be able to control it via the use of a computer, and it could mount on their wheelchair. So how would they interact with the computer is probably the next logical question. And there's a few different devices for that. One is eye gaze, which I'm going to show you in just a few minutes. The second is a device called the Neuro Switch, which I'm also going to show you in a few minutes. And the third one is a head mouse, which unfortunately I do not have, so I will not be able to show you that. But it's a very cool device as well, and it enables a lot of people who have ALS and other diseases where they cannot interact with their environment otherwise. Since my last video update, I presented at the World Medical Innovation Forum, which is essentially a lot of really great, really smart people who got together to show what they had been doing and collaborate to improve patients' lives. I had the opportunity to present with Control Bionics and their founder, Peter Ford. They invented a device which is called the Neuro Switch, which is a really cool device. I'm going to show you it in a few minutes, where you're able to interact with a computer even if you're completely paralyzed. The nice thing about this device is it works indoor and outdoor, where some other devices will have some issues outside because of lighting. At the forum, I presented on stage with Peter as a patient, and I showed my ability to use the NeuroSwitch and basically how it works. I also, just a few days before the forum, was working with Peter to get a robotic arm hooked up to the system so that I can control a robotic arm on stage. The robotic arm that I used for that presentation is a very simple one, not very strong, but it proved proof of concept, essentially, that, you know, somebody who is completely locked in and not able to move would be able to control a robotic arm that could, you know, open doors for them, pick things up, move things around, and really give people back the ability to interact with their environment. So that's a project that I've been working on for quite some time now, basically since my diagnosis in December. What I've been doing is 3D printing a robotic arm, or designing and 3D printing a robotic arm. I am hoping to be done completely with the design by the end of this weekend, and should have it for my next video update to show you guys. Should have it all assembled, working properly. This idea is not new to me. It's been done before by other companies. The problem for me, and the reason why I'm being a part of this, or really, you know, kind of spearheading this, is other options out there aren't affordable to patients. Insurance won't cover it, and they cost tens of thousands of dollars. So I've been working, and we'll see how the first one goes, but my hope is to be able to make these for patients with ALS and other diseases, and make it so they're affordable, like extremely affordable. So my goal is to have it for $500 or under. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to be testing my own. After that, I'm going to be building a few more for patients and dear friends of mine who have ALS as well. And it's going to be a work in progress, but we're going to do this. We're going to make some cool stuff happen, and we're going to give people who are completely locked in the ability to interact with their environment again. Some other things that I've been doing, I've been involved with a study over at Harvard. It's with Weiss School of Engineering. They're a really cool group of people over there. Essentially what they're doing is making an exoskeleton glove for me and for other people, people who have ALS, people who suffer from stroke, things like that, where you lose the ability to control a part of your body. Essentially, it's a glove that fits over your hand, and you're able to turn it on or turn it off, which means open your hand or close your hand via the use of nerve impulse. We're able to change the threshold to activate the switch based on the deterioration of the nerve. So if you have a good nerve impulse, we'll set the level very high in order to trigger the activation of the motors. And if your nerve impulse is very low, or the nerve signal, we can lower that threshold so that you're able to still open and close your hand. I first saw these guys a couple months ago, tried on the glove, and it was a magical moment. The glove didn't fit me quite right. So they've actually turned around, taken the dimensions of my hand, and I'm going this next Wednesday to try one that actually is supposed to fit my hand properly. But the one that I tried on did work. The joints didn't quite line up properly on my hand, but I was able to fully open and fully close my hand for the first time in months. It was a really cool, really special moment. Literally brought me to tears, and I'm hoping to continue to be a part of their studies, and not only this one but other ones, as you know, we work to improve the quality of everybody's life. In just a minute, I'm going to end this video by showing you guys some of the devices that you can use to interact with a computer, even if you're completely locked in. I'm going to show myself using the NeuroSwitch as well as the Tobii eye gaze. I just want to take the time before I go ahead and do that to thank you all very much. I've had an outpouring of love and support from friends, from family, from people I don't even know. And it's so incredible. I can't say enough how much I appreciate it, how much my family appreciates it, my friends, my fiance. It's been incredible. I want to have a special thanks to some of the organizations who have been helping me. ALS TDI, you guys rock. They're an incredible organization out of Cambridge, Massachusetts, and they're working 24/7 to find therapies and work for a cure for ALS. I want to thank Team Gleason. You guys are incredible. I knew some people at Team Gleason long before my diagnosis when I actually lived in New Orleans, and they've just been incredible. I can't say enough good things. I want to thank my doctors at MGH. You guys are working hard, and I can't thank you enough. I want to thank everybody who has ALS and everybody who supports ALS. You guys have been incredible. Keep fighting. You guys are an inspiration to me, and let me know if there's anything I can do to help. I also want to thank everybody who has been helping out. If you've attended one of my fundraisers, if you've donated online, I can't thank you enough. Unfortunately, because of my hands, I can't really write thank you letters. So please, please, please let you know that I really appreciate it. You guys are incredible, and I love you so much. I especially want to thank my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, my aunts and uncles, and also my friends. You guys have been incredible. I can't be doing all of this without you. I want to give a special thanks to my fiance, Casey. You are incredible. You are the love of my life, and you have done so much for me. I just want to let you know that I love you with all my heart. Also, Casey's family has, taken me in as family, and they're my family now too. And I want to thank everybody that I've met and that I now consider my family. I love you guys. If you can, at the end of this, please share this on Facebook, put it on Twitter, wherever you can put it. Tell people about it. This month is ALS Awareness Month, and we need awareness. We need your help. Currently, there is only one drug that is out there that slightly slows down the progression of ALS, very slightly. As it stands, most people's life expectancy is 2 to 5 years, which is unacceptable. I want to keep living. My friends want to keep living. Please help us. So the first device I'm going to show you guys is the NeuroSwitch. It is this little device right here, which is connected via Bluetooth to my computer. And what it does is it reads a nerve signal, and that allows me to signal yes or on to the computer. And each time I do that, it will go to a different menu. So if you want to take a quick look at the screen, to activate it, I just try to open my hand, and it comes up. And then as you can see, it's going through all these different menus. So when I find the one that I want, I would do the same exact action again. So to start, I'm going to go to my utilities. And this has, different things like iTunes, it has my Gmail, it has iChat, things like that. One of the other ones it has is one that I've personally programmed with Peter Ford, and that is the robotic arm function, which right now I do not have everything working properly, mainly because I'm out of batteries, and I will show you guys that the next time I do one of these. So what I'm going to do now is head back to the home page, and we'll go online. I personally prefer Chrome, which, as you can see, I just pulled up. So now, if I want to move the mouse around on the screen, there's a variety of ways that I can do that. As you see on the second row, there's up, down, left, right, down, right, etc., etc. And I can use one of those to move the mouse. And as you can see, it's moving down below. And I slow it down by clicking once, and then click again to stop it. The other option I have is this device here, which it slowly goes around in a circle until I get to the area that I want. And once I get close, I would click it, and it would slow it down. And then I would click it again, it would start moving. Click again, it slows, and then click again, it would stop. And this is all done on my nerve impulse. Basically, right now, I still have the ability to move my hand a little bit. As you can see, when I'm clicking, it's still moving. But how this device is really cool is it works no matter what. So even when I'm not able to send a nerve signal to actually get my muscle group actuated on my hand, it's still going to pick up that signal no matter how faint. We can adjust the threshold to what a healthy person has, anywhere from, which is generally between 80 and 100 microvolts. I'm personally at 30 microvolts right now, and I can go down to 0.1 microvolts as the threshold, so almost nothing at all, and I'd be able to activate it. The other cool thing
Thanks.
is I will actually be able to take my own voice and interchange it for what is currently on there. So there's this great guy, John Costello, who's out of Children's Hospital, and he does voice banking. I am just starting that process now, so hopefully over the course of the next month or so, I'll be able to talk to you with my actual voice through the computer. So this next device I'm going to show you is the Tobii Eye Gaze. Team Gleason sent it up to me, so thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. It's a really cool device. It actually uses infrared sensors to track your eyeballs and the position of your eyeballs. It then takes that data and allows you to be able to operate a computer via that. So what I'm going to do is type you guys a message, and thanks so much for checking out these videos. Really appreciate it.